Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 113 of Keeping It Real. I'm home in Charlotte, North Carolina, at my parents' house, and this episode of Keeping It Real is very special, just like all of them, because now is now, yesterday was yesterday. I have the. I'm like really looking up right now, I don't know. I wonder, and in my state now, I wonder if there's ever even been a time in my life where I've been looking down. Like, have I ever thought that I couldn't become everything I ever dreamed to be, or has it, or do I always feel like this? And just sometimes, if I don't know, I don't know. Today was a day. A lot happened. A lot didn't happen. A lot. It's just, I don't know. I'm very tired. I put off the recording of this episode for a while because I don't know why. I started scrolling Instagram Reels, and then I stopped that, and then I got on YouTube and started scrolling YouTube Shorts. How gross is that? I let's see. How do I say this? I don't want to do that. Yet I do it, which is funny because obviously I want to do it or else I wouldn't be doing it. So how do you separate the I want to do it? I don't know. Reed, if you're listening to this one in particular, what's up, bro? Good to see you today. What do what do I say? What do I say here? I feel like, I don't know. I feel like today, I don't know. It's funny, as the day goes on, you kind of, the way, you could have a problem, and when you wake up and every hour until when you go to bed, you see that problem in a different light. I don't know. That's the problem with me, man. I don't know anything. I'd like to know some things. I'd like to, everything is so complex. It's overwhelming. What, I I have stage fright right now. I feel like I'm on stage in front of a lot of people, and I just absolutely am bombing. And I don't know what do I say here? What do you people what do you need to hear? I feel like lately it's every day I've been living an entire life. And I don't even know and I feel, I don't know. I think that's really good because, and I keep saying, I feel like I catch myself, I think I'm catching myself, I keep saying this too. I keep saying oh, a while ago it was bad, but now it's good. Says who though? Do I even really remember? I don't even know. I don't even know if that's necessarily true. So let's skip that and stick with, it feels like I'm living a lifetime every day. But and then it feels like every day, I keep making the same mistakes within that lifetime, maybe. But I don't know. I saw this reel that my roommate Sam liked. And there's this trend that's been going around social media that I've been seeing because, dude, this is the problem. I used to not be on social media. I used to not have any accounts, any apps, just a year ago too, which is almost, it was literally unheard of. I lived in a building, you can Google it, called The Standard on Hillsborough Street in Raleigh, North Carolina. And I was not on any social media. I watched YouTube videos. That was it. I didn't comment. I didn't like them. I didn't have any of my friends on YouTube. It was no different than watching movies. And I remember, I liked it that way. I made that decision and choice on purpose. Before I was on it and then I wasn't consciously because I felt like it made me feel gross. I would see these people that looked these ways and did these things, and I would feel like that's not true. I never felt gross about it. I've always, in comparison to other people, I've always I don't know, I guess been okay. But it would suck my time away. And YouTube still sucked it away. So I wasn't perfect, but I was damn near getting somewhere, right? I certainly didn't scroll. I really rebuked. I said no to scrolling. And I don't know what happened. What happened? I have no idea. I want to stop scrolling. I want to stop scrolling. I want to stop scrolling. I really want to stop scrolling. I don't like to scroll. And if you want to do something, you can just do it. So I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to stop scrolling. I feel like maybe this is also what I was thinking on the couch as I was procrastinating doing this. I think sometimes I put my all into something and it doesn't work out, and then I think and then that spirals into me thinking it's bad. I don't know. I think it doesn't work out, and then I get this feeling, or these certain things happen to me in this sort of pattern of ways, and I end up not trying again. Whereas who's to stop me from saying why do I feel so sometimes hesitant to I don't know, hesitant, or maybe I don't even think about it. Why am I not waking up every day and saying I don't want to watch a single reel for the rest of my life, I don't want to I want to work and find a solution where I don't have to have this app on my phone. I don't want to watch any more YouTube videos. I don't know. It's the chicken thing, man. I'm trying to get you in my mind here. It's the chicken debate. I don't want to season my damn chicken, right? Because in this scenario, I'm making the chicken at home. And if I'm making the chicken at home, it means I want to be healthy. And if I want to be healthy, I'm not going to fucking season the chicken. And people, that blows people's mind. And I entertain it, I guess. Sure, let's debate. I'll try and explain it to you. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to season the chicken, and I find comfort in that. And I feel like it helps me be me, because I just know that I don't want to season my goddamn chicken. I like it unseasoned. That's how I like it. I like plain chicken breast, baked in the oven. I like that. That's how I like to eat it. It makes me feel good when I eat it. I like it. And I say things sometimes and I do things sometimes, and and when something, it's not all going to be like the chicken, because the chicken to me is just simple and it makes sense, and but sometimes things, I feel like I make them more complicated, but they're just not. I don't know how I lost the plot, I guess. I don't have to justify oh, but I make stuff online now, so it'd be weird if I stopped watching stuff online. No, I don't have to I don't have to think about how anything looks. I don't have to worry about what I do might come off. I don't. I can just do whatever I want. And even that itself, you think about someone saying, I can do whatever I want, and you're like, whoa, dude, calm down. Why are you why would you say that? You can do whatever you want. Are you good, bro? I don't know, maybe not, maybe yes. Don't care. It's more I don't know. I can do whatever I want, and I want to do a lot of things. I think that this has been a really great addition to my life, this video stuff, because it's just something. It might not be the thing, or it might not even be a thing, depending on how you look at it, but it's it's definitely something. And I guess you could look at scrolling reels as something too. You know what I mean? Like, I guess you could look at, like, I'm a connoisseur of reels and, like, I'm dedicated to watching Instagram reels. Matter of fact, Andrew something, there's a whole guy that, like, started his comedy career based on, he was hilarious. He was like, all right, guys, how can we watch his deadpan? He was like, all right, guys, this is what you're going to want to do to maximize your reel watching. And, like, everyone found that so funny because I mean, is it not obvious at this point? We all literally live the same lives and nothing is unique. Like, someone told me tonight that they had someone coming to sublease their apartment and that the subleaser came by the apartment and stuck around for like 2 hours tonight. And they told me that, and they said like this. I just had like they said like I had just had the most insane social interaction, and then I picture this person coming and not leaving for 2 hours, and I was like, bro, that is like totally something some past version of myself would have definitely done. Like, just not gotten a single social cue, or like maybe even gotten the social cues, but just pushed by them because, like, dude, maybe that person seriously needed those 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe that person like actually had not spoken to a single human being like all day, and like they didn't realize how deprived they were, and they got up in that apartment and they felt the nice vibes, and they were like, all right, I'm not gonna leave until like, I feel satisfied. Like, I'm like everybody is so similar, it blows my mind. Everybody is so similar, it blows my mind, and it makes me wonder, how can we ever even how how have we ever been able to, like, it is so crazy being us. Don't you guys think so? I mean, how can we be us? Like, every single day I wake up and I do one thing, and then I do the next thing, and then I keep on doing things, and then they just like stack. Like, doing this episode is no different than the time where I did the first one, but for some reason, like, it feels different because I have a bunch like in my past. Like, why? Like, what? Like, why can't this just be like why can't this just be I just don't, it doesn't, nothing like rings to me. And I feel like, yo, what are you thinking? Why don't I have, how long, what do I gotta do, man? What do I gotta do to just be like famous? Like, I would like 1 million followers. I would like, this is what I want more than anything is thousands of comments. I want thousands of comments. That is what I want most. And I don't even want to read them. I don't even want to read them. I especially don't want to read them. I want to know that I have thousands of comments, and I want to be disciplined enough to resist the urge to read a single one. That's what I want. I want millions of views, but I want to resist the urge to check my analytics page, ever. I want other people to tell me when I've hit subscriber milestones. Just because they've noticed and they said congratulations and I didn't even know. I want to be really in shape. The kind of in shape where stretching is really essential. And stretching doesn't become essential until you truly are working all the muscle groups properly. It's kind of like abs are built in the kitchen. Yeah, that's true. But like, you also got to work out. It's funny how these sayings come about with these certain disciplines. And I want to be like really in shape. Like, I want like my muscles to be popping out of my skin. And I want to get there. Like, I want to feel really good. I want to be able to run really long distances. I want to travel places to run marathons. I want people to be like, damn, how did that guy get like that? I want other people to say, damn, yeah, that guy was just born with good genetics. I want to be really, really smart. I really want to be a mechanical engineer. I want to do like systems, and like, I want to work with teams, and like, I want to be someone that companies like want to hire because like I got it all, you know? I want to do interviews and pass exams, and I want to be a mechanical engineer. I want to work on buildings. You know what I'm saying? I want to help design pipelines. I want to head operations in which massive construction jobs take place. I want this very badly. I want to play sports. You know what I mean? I want to be like the captain on a team and help, pick who's on what team and get a pickup game going. I want to be good with the ball in my hands. And I want to be that guy that people think, damn, he always makes that shot. I want to be good at what I do. And I want to be myself. I want to be me. And sometimes I feel like it's a really big fight to be me. I think that's okay, man. I mean, I don't know if there's ever going to be a day where I feel like maybe I got there, but I mean, I certainly have been asking myself to recognize milestones lately, so there's that. And I just think that my speech pattern right now is I'm doing motivational speeches. And what's wrong with that? It feels good to say and feels good to do them. I think I pause myself and I feel gross about it because you see, you can get down this rabbit hole, and when you're scrolling, and look, nothing's wrong with scrolling. I just don't want to do it. I think I find very much peace when I isolate it to myself and I say I don't have to define the ethics of the world. I just have to realize that I want to do this for me, and the explanation will reside within myself. I can entertain and engage with those that may seem interested in why I have or have not done a certain thing or why I live a certain way. But at the end of the day, it's just a me thing. Why the fuck do you film yourself for an hour every day? Dude, I'll talk. That's my favorite topic. If you're out there and you might and you think why, what would Jack want to talk about? I don't know who you are, why you might think. I'm just giving you the hypothetical here. I can tell you with absolute certainty, I could talk to you until the end of the earth. It would be my most engaging subject. Absolutely. Keeping it real. YouTube. Starting social media. Broadcasting myself on the internet. I could talk about it forever. And that's why I do it. That's why I did it, because I felt like I needed something in my life that I could designate that, I could take that and say that's what I want to talk about. I felt like before this, it was yeah, I want to do this, want to do that, but I never had done anything, And that wasn't true. I had done plenty of things, but I never felt like I had done anything that was worth bringing up, because it felt I don't know, it felt I don't know what it felt like, but this just feels different. This just feels like something that I like and love. And it's changing my life, and I'm letting it. It's changing my life, and I'm letting it. And I think that that's probably the best thing you could do for yourself. Just grab onto something, and it wouldn't hurt to be conscious and thoughtful when you pick your something, but there's never a good time to make a decision. So just make it, choose something, and start to do it. I don't know what that looks like for you. I have no idea. With me, I've become hyper fixated on the daily aspect of a hobby or an activity. I have used that to my to what I perceive to be a strength, and I've just continued to just make that the requirement, and kind of construct the doings and happenings of what I do around the day, and I think it's really been helping me. But another thing that's been helping me is not it's also not I don't use words like I don't use words as much like forever or permanent or you know I can't even think of the other words because I just don't use them. I don't think of this as something that like I have to do. Like there are lots of times that I don't want to do it, but I want to. It's almost like I want to do it. You know, it's like I find it within myself to like I like manipulate my mind into like saying that I want to do this. Like it's interesting. All right, so you guys are like, Jack, we don't want to fucking. No one wants to hear about this. All that we want to hear about is what happened yesterday. Tell us about what happened yesterday. I couldn't give a damn about your motivational hoopla speech. No one gives a fuck. No one. Sorry for cussing. I felt like I shouldn't have cussed there. No one cares. Nobody. Jack. They're all four of you. I checked, and yesterday there was about 4 people that watched, and all 4 of you, you're like, Jack, dude, like it's nice that you're like, you stand on, it's nice that you're like imitating. I feel like I'm like fuck. I feel like I'm like Hitler. I feel like rise, my people of Germany. Let us all share everything. And I will be the richest, because only me will be able to say the things, and you all must listen. Listen to me as I say all these insightful things that I have come to learn with experience, and I am... See? This is Nazi Germany. And if any of you are Jewish, I will get you. I want to be comedic. I want to do comedy very bad. I very, very much want to do comedy. I want to do comedy because I feel like I want to do comedy because I very much like laughing with myself, and I very much like laughing with others. And pursuing the art of making others laugh, I think is something that would bring a lot of struggle, a lot of hard, like a lot. It would be something that's difficult, and it would bring me a lot of change. And like I said earlier, like that's the kind of thing I'm on the lookout for, and I want to do. So maybe I could start writing like a joke a day, and like try out a joke a day on anybody. I don't know. I would love to just make people laugh. Yeah, because that's a different metric, right? With the videos and stuff, it's like by trade I self addict myself to the numbers, even though I say I don't want to see them and I say I don't want to pay attention to them. I see them and I pay attention to them, and even in I think I guess I wouldn't know. Imagine might this change if I stopped doing that? There is just no way to say. But at least in this screenshot of right now, you could compare it to someone that is trying to be a stand-up comedic? Dude, what is the word I'm thinking? I'm a comic. Thank you. I'm a comic. Notice how I just said thank you to myself. This is what happens when I don't have guests. Comic. This is what might happen to a comic, is they would start to self-addict themselves, self-administer the drug of making another person laugh. I have someone that is a comic in my life. His name is Samuel Babbitt. And even though he may just be a comic to me, I very much believe that our friendship is built upon the stone of he has the ability to make me laugh. And he uses it almost like he needs to. And I laugh almost like I need to. Like, it's like we both like need one another's. We like, I need him to make me laugh, and I feel like sometimes, or at least in this moment when I'm talking about it, wouldn't be crazy to say that he needs to make me laugh. Anywho, I know what you guys want to hear about. And I don't really think I want to talk about it that much. I feel good about it, and I also feel like maybe I've been thinking about it too much. You know what I'm saying? I think maybe like it'd be nice to give it a break. I have all these people that are hearing all this stuff that I say, and it's such a gift to be able to like listen to what they think about what I've been saying and how I've been feeling. And I feel like you all, it's almost crazy how I feel like you all will, it's like I say, I'm not sure if I want to even talk about it too much. And of course, what I'm referencing is this girl I've been seeing. And then I think to myself, am I just saying that because I feel like majority of my listeners would like me to say that? Partly, maybe. I also think that it's hard to tell because I want to say what I want to say what you would want to hear, you know, like that's, it wouldn't be a just because scenario. Like something that I like kind of stand by is like, I do this for you, not me. Like, well, actually, if you remember a couple episodes, maybe it was yesterday or 2 episodes ago, I think it might've been yesterday. Gary Vee says, you do something for someone else, you do it fast. You do something for you, you do it slow. And I know this isn't about doing things fast or slow. It's about like the reason for why you do something. But I think you can still bring it into this conversation because that conversation very much requires you to look at you doing things in the sense of for you or for someone else. And I remember thinking, well, I guess it can just be a little bit of both. And yeah, I guess I don't do this 100% for you at all. I would say I strive for a 50-50. And I think like lately we've been pretty good at the 50-50 because, you know, I'm never going to know, you know, what it is that you want. And it's especially hard because I picture us with millions of listeners all the time, right? And that would bring a whole different set of wants and expectations. And how would I even begin to grasp what a million people want? And how would I even begin to kind of control that 50-50 of what's good with me and what's good with you? But yeah, I don't know. It's all just a shot in the dark at the end of the day. And I might just be a narcissistic, egotistical maniac, and it's all for me. And just saying that I think that I want to do it half and half is like me just trying to convince you and myself, in a sense, that I am actually somewhat selfless when, in fact, I'm actually just completely conceited, entirely narcissistic, and a serial killer in the works. You like that? I like that. I feel like that was like comedic relief for me because I felt like maybe I was getting to a point where I didn't even know where to go. So I just sort of like said some crazy shit. But that's not funny though. Like you probably didn't laugh at that. Like that, like I don't really actually know how to be funny. Like it was funny to myself, and that is not comedy, it's schizophrenia. See, that again. I just did it again. I make myself laugh here, and it is like great that I can make myself laugh, but also not good because I should be making others laugh and others should be making me laugh. If I can get my laughs from myself, there will be no reason for me to go out, and if there's no reason for me to go out, then dude, people need people, I need people, and people need me. I should wake up every day and I should say that to myself. People need people, I need people. Wait, people need people. What did I say? Was it just a 3-liner? People need people, I need people, and people need me? Maybe. I should say that every single morning. Whenever I get home, I eat too much. And I think I eat too much when I get really stressed. I also really want to control my portions along with the quality of my food. I think that would change my life as well. If I started eating very small portions. Not listen, and they wouldn't be very small, but just in relativity to what and how I eat now, it would be small. But becoming the normal, I think it'd be healthy. Like, I think overall in a long-term sense, and even, if I detach myself from my mind now, I could say that's a healthy portion. So yeah, we're at the 30-minute mark, and now I'm thinking like, do I want to talk about it? Maybe. I think that it would help pass the rest of the time, the 30-minute timer mark. Yeah, I don't know. I could, I would, I might. I have 2 forks wrapped in plastic in my pocket. All right. I think about it, and I think about like, should I not do it? And then I'm like, why do I care so much? And then I just decide to do it. That's just kind of how it goes, right? And when I decide to do it, I feel like it's a relief, like a dam, like pressure building up, and then a release. But then I also actually see the other side, and I feel like I could decide to not do it, and also just manifest that release feeling as well. Like, even right now, talking about whether or not I'm going to do it and realizing it's okay whichever way I go, I am manufacturing that release. So, I have no idea what I'm going to do. You might hear about it, you might not. I don't know what to tell you. Tomorrow's Easter. You know something? I used to say I'm very much like an experimental person, and I love myself for that. I think that's one of my traits that I very much like have the urge to show others. Like I often want to help others become more like me in that sense, because I feel like it's brought me everything in my life. And it's like the essence of being a child. Like, it starts when you're an infant and you begin to cry in the crib. You'll be screaming your head off. And your mom and your dad, they took you home from the hospital, and they've probably been reading books, and they've probably been getting help from professionals about how to take care of you. And they've most likely heard that when you scream and they answer, you take note of that within your very limited cognitive space. And it lets you know that every time they scream, you're going to come to their aid. Even if, there's not something wrong with you. Like, you're not bleeding out. You're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not in pain. You're not, it's like the infant, it screams because it realizes that the scream catches the attention of the parents. And parents will probably agree with me. When they hear a scream, they get like it. But that's removed from what I'm trying to go down, the path that I'm trying to take you on here. So then the kid gets older, right? And the brain grows, and their eyes start to open, and they start to be able to speak words, and it all happens very fast, at least through the lens of the parent. But to the kid, this is like its entire life. So each second is meticulous, and every aspect of their sight, smell, what they hear and what they taste is cataloged and is super, super important in the grand scheme of data collection. They are like sponges. You hear that all the time. That's why when a child is young, it learns language. Language is incredibly complex, and a 50-year-old will learn it much slower than a 20-year-old will, much like a 20-year-old will learn a language much slower than a 6-year-old will, and so on. So during this time as a sponge, I, as a kid, I think I must have. I was there, but then again, I wasn't really there. Like, I can't actually tell you what happened. I can make assumptions based on how I am and what I was told. So I feel like I was just very, like, a boy, I guess. I don't even know how to describe it to you. Like, do something, see what happens. Like, it's like something that, like, it helps you be alive. Because I feel like being alive and gaining consciousness is like um almost like traumatizing. Like it's almost like the most painful thing that will ever happen to you is being conscious. So we all deal with it in different ways. And I feel like I found the most success in just doing shit and seeing what happens. A big thing lately that I've been doing and seeing what happens is not going to school. And I'm laughing, but like I get it, it's like not funny. Like I don't know why I'm laughing. I think I'm nervous. I think that like maybe I'm like sort of discovering something live on camera. Isn't this the whole point? Isn't this the whole point, guys? Guys, isn't this the whole point? Once again, I'm trying to like be funny and get off topic. This is what I think. I think that what I just said earlier was extremely important. I'd like to repeat it. Consciousness is the most painful thing you'll ever endure. Do you hear me? Consciousness is the most painful thing you'll ever endure. I don't want to die. Consciousness is the most painful thing that you will ever endure. I feel like I want to cry right now. I'm not really sure how to cry. I feel like if I was a girl, tears would start flowing out of me right now, but I'm not really like in that stage of menopause. Is menopause the cycle of periods? I think it is. Or wait, shit. I think menopause is what happens when you lose your period at an old age. What's the name for the cycle? I'm ovulating or whatever. Like it's so funny how the things you don't see or hear about just don't matter. I think a lot of the people I know live life in their heads like I do, and it kind of blows my mind. Like, what goes on up in there? Like, I was thinking today at the football stadium about this episode, what I might say, what might happen. And I think I thought about, should I talk about this? And then I was like, does it matter? Or maybe I thought of a thought, and I thought, should I say this out loud on this podcast? And then I thought, well, would I say it to that person? And then I thought, does it matter? And then I thought, if I say it does, if I say it does, then it does. It's actually like just crazy how simultaneously it is not a big deal and the biggest deal. How could we get here? How can I describe something as who cares and I care about this particular thing more than anything? Like, I don't care about this at all, and I care about this more than absolutely anything. Like, how can I actually believe both sides? Like, because I do. I think that every single day lately, it's been like this internet thing is like the most important thing in my entire life, and I just want to give it everything I have. And then at the exact same time, I think I just got to get this done today. I don't want to think too much about it. I just got to make sure I get it done. It's whatever. Don't really care that much. What the fuck? Can someone explain to me how that can happen? Also, when I'm talking about like if you don't see it or say it, then is it even there? I'm talking about like diagnoses, or I'm talking about like, there was something else that I thought about when I said it, and that I can't even remember. I'm hot. Are you hot? I'm hot in here right now. I feel like I want to like turn the fan up, or maybe I should just be hot. I also kind of had to poop. I think I'm going to stick it out to the end of the episode. For my sake, maybe, I don't know. I think that I'm training myself. I think that lately the path I've been going on has been training me to believe that I can say whatever it is that I'm going to say. And I think that that's been a really beneficial thing for me, because it's almost like a superpower. And I feel like when you develop a superpower, you can do a lot of good with it. And I now, am I going to say this? I feel like I'm going to say this. So, and I think I'm like gonna, like, because of the way I feel about saying it, cushion it a lot with lots of other things. Like, I feel like I'm worried about A, my image, and B, someone else's feelings. And to preserve both, at least my opinion, at least my like weird construction of how both stand, I'm gonna also add a lot of fluff to each. And I don't know. I don't care. I like I said earlier, do shit and see, do shit and see what happens. I like, I don't know. I could, it's like I remember thinking about this when I was like 12, 13, 14. I remember thinking about how like every action leads to the next action, and every year is one more year in your life. So the older you get, the more concrete your mind becomes and less able you are to change. Therefore, each present moment is the most important thing to ever happen to you in your entire life. And so, who do I want to be? Do I want to say this, or do I not want to say this? I can't, I actually, like, I can't know the outcome until I do it. That's the problem. Like I have this idea that maybe it's mean, or, maybe it's honest, and maybe it'll lead me, like, I have no idea. And I think that this is the state in which I grow the least. The state where I do not make a decision. And it's hard because decisions, each one you make, you get closer to death. So, and it's not like I'm putting that time, it's not like I'm, messing with that ticking clock any by, holding off on making one, but like, when you make one, it just feels real. And I guess I owe it to myself to feel real. So maybe I'll just like choose a path. And when I think back, I think about what I probably would never have done and what I'm choosing to do right now. And I think like this is what I'm going to do. So I'm seeing a girl right now, and I'm not sure if I am attracted to her physically. I don't know her that well. I guess I'm getting to know her. And I feel guilty because I think that I'm supposed to be like head over heels boner like the second I see someone that I would want to take on a date or give my time to in like a romantic capacity. And now I'm being quiet just to think about how that sounded. I think I did a good job not cushioning that, you know? And I also liked how I used the word I. It's funny how when I thought about this statement earlier, I don't think I used the word I. I think in my head I thought something different. But this is all me. I'm constructing all these thoughts. So I should head this with I. I think I'm cushioning. I don't think I'm cushioning anymore, but I do think I am. I do think I'd like to digress and sit for a second and think about how what I said just sounded to the open air. All right. Thought about it. I think I kind of thought about it, fell back on like, yeah, well, I don't know anything. I think that having that inside me was stressful, and now that it's not inside me anymore, that particular stress has gone away, but now it's like something new. Like I said, man, do shit, find out. Do shit, find out. Actually, yeah, I can just like keep saying stuff like I don't know. It's not funny. I'm not laughing. Like once again, I laugh because it's like funny in my mind. That's schizophrenia. That is not me being a comic. Me being a comic would be like making an ass of myself. Like that, dude. I want to be a comic so bad. Dave Chappelle, that fat guy, Shane Gillis, Theo Vaughn. These men, you don't understand. Joe Rogan, Jerry Seinfeld, dude. They literally, like, they sacrificed their own self-image. They changed the course of their entire lives just so somebody like me can just get a fat grin on their face. I want to be, do you understand how much I want to be like Theo Vaughn? Like, like I set up my punchlines and jokes and try to get people just like he does. Just like he does. Just like Casey Neistat. Like he is just so goddamn funny. And the ladies love him. And he's not like, he's just funny. Like, oh my God. Dude, Theo Vaughn is like, oh, what did you do? Oh, shit. We'll see. Oh, Joe Rogan was talking about Theo Vaughn to somebody else, and he goes, dude, Theo's so funny, man. He sets up a joke like, you got no idea where it's going. He'll say some shit like, so my cousin got bit by a gay dude. We'll see. Like, that's funny. Like, I just stole that joke, not my joke. But like, that is hilarious. Like, it stabs you, dude. It's like you could dissect it. It's beautiful. And like to him, it's just like an empty cast into the net trying to get his dopamine fix. Just wanting to make a motherfucker laugh. You know, like, dude, like he really had my cousin got bit by a gay dude. What the fuck? Like, there's so much in that sentence to start to talk about that like resonates with me personally and gets me like my ears are opened. He's so good. It's to the point where it's like just his name. Like he almost transcends the act of comedy itself. He has become so successful that it doesn't even matter what he says necessarily. His demeanor is hilarious. His name brings a smile. We'll see. like that's the funniest fucking punchline ever. It's the funniest punchline ever. My mom and I were talking earlier in the kitchen about the no, not the Godfather. What is it? The Godfather? No, the Godfather is that other movie. It's the something movie where it's just like plastics. Hilarious. I could tell you all about it, but I honestly think that like I don't want to take this time to like explain to you some sort of movie. Like I want to like I don't know. I guess I could have like I just sort of did something that I like was wondering if I was gonna do or not, and then I did it, and now I'm thinking about how I did it, and you know, I think that I'm starting to really get the feeling that this is actually going to work out. Last time I got that feeling, or last time I had that feeling, or I think I'm like, so let me tell you, when I started this, I like gaslit myself into thinking it was going to work out. Like I was making these silly little vlogs where I didn't know what I was doing in New York City, running around with these cameras I had just bought, ran out of money, all of it. And I was like gaslighting myself. I was like I was manufacturing this feeling within my chest, like beneath my rib cage, tucked into the crevices of my lungs. I'm going to succeed. I'm going to be famous. People are going to know me on the street from whatever it is that I do. And I'm going to start doing it. I'm doing it right now, and this is going to work. You know, any day now, something's going to happen, and I'm like, people are going to talk about me, and I'm going to bear an even bigger, I have this responsibility now of just keeping myself alive and doing what I think is good, but soon I believe that I'm going to bear an even bigger one of setting an example for the masses. And I want it, and I'm ready. It was like gaslighting. It was extreme mode. Sometimes I'd think like, I don't even think I do want it. I'm not even sure I'm ready, but I know it's coming. Like I was like covering every little like aspect of like manifesting. Like it was all I thought about. I slept thinking about it. Like I remember I would go to sleep, wake up, and I would have had dreams that like something happened, or like I would dream about this. And now I feel like what I'm feeling now is like comparable to that, yet different. Now I feel like I feel it again, but it's almost like these external factors are leading me back into these thoughts. Friends saying that they listened to an episode. My mom's eyes kind of like light up when she was telling me about these certain moments where she's got me in her ears and she like almost knows what I'm going to say before I say it. And she feels like she's like totally with me. And that is what like, it's almost like I could have like randomly stumbled across these kind of words before this all happened and like said that this is what I this is what like I'm chasing. But it wouldn't have mattered because I wouldn't have known what it feels like to live through these moments. And now I do. And now I'm saying these things again. Like, I really feel like this is like slowly but surely starting to take off. And I am really actually going to become someone who like, you know, appears places and signs autographs. And even like even right now, it's like I don't really know what I'm gonna be or how it's gonna happen or what like how, you know. So like I default to these like generic things like signing autographs and like appearing places. Just because like I look up there and I see the others doing that sort of thing and I think like, interesting, that must be where I'm headed. But I don't even want to like it's like I have so much respect like for this like for like when I paused because I was about to like relate this. I was about to relate this to sort of way that I've been thinking when I've been seeing this girl. But then I thought like, don't do that, because earlier today someone told me that I should not think about it too much. And then also I remember thinking to myself throughout today, like there was a time when I was very adamant about like keeping work and other like keeping as best you can, keeping things separate. And then there's that thing where like you should never eat in your room because your room is for sleep, and it's like training the mind to understand that certain things are for doing certain things. And yeah, I think I'm rocking with that. This is all I wanted to talk about. When something is how it is and you happen to be witnessing it, I think like one of the best things you can do out of pure respect and admiration is let it be what it is. And I know that sounds like I just handed you a blunt and we're in the hills about to drop acid. But like, there is no better course of action, whether you're a teacher with a class full of unruly students, whether you're a cop and you're been dispatched to some drunk, naked homeless man, whether you're working at McDonald's and someone is yelling at you from across the counter because their fries are soggy. Doesn't matter where you are. Doesn't even matter if we're talking about people or not. Whether you're playing a game of cards, solitaire, by yourself, and something's happening with the deck where you can't seem to get a win. Whether you're gardening and you just can't, the shovel just doesn't feel right in your hand and you just can't seem to get a plant to seat properly. Whether or not you're playing chess against the computer and your moves just don't feel right. Let it be what it is. For me personally, it's like I talk to the camera and I post the videos, you know, and I expect myself to continue to do more and get better. All right. Let it be what it is. I'm just letting it be what it is. Because I believe that in my pursuit of progress and success, I have found the need to respect this as a craft, the need to admire my work and truly like let it become like the card game or the gardening or the chess, and respect the fuck out of it. Like I just like to do that. It's just, you know, I let it be what it is. And I think a lot of people lose that sometimes, or not a lot of, I'm not trying to like inflict my mindset on others. It's like, if you want to come join in on the way I think, then you're more than welcome. But I think a lot of times I think a lot of times I kind of lose that. I forget to like let something be. And there you go. Episode 113, Keeping It Real. I'm going to see you tomorrow. I think we're coming up on the possibility of these episodes maybe getting a little bit longer. I think it's time that maybe a little bit longer, or maybe we do a morning and nighttime episode. I think that could be something. So with that, see you tomorrow. Bye.